So we were doing problem number 6. In problem number 6, ABC Limited earns rupees 6 per share. EPS is 6 rupees. Then capitalization rate is 10%. This is KE. Then it has 20% rate of return on investment, IRR 20%. So we are given 20% IRR. According to Walter's formula, what should be the price per share at 25% DP ratio? If DP ratio is 25%, how much is the market price per share? So DP ratio 25%, 25% of EPS, it comes to 1.5. The price per share will be 105 when DP ratio is 25%. What is the market price at the optimum payout ratio? In this case, the optimum payout ratio is 0% because R is greater than K. R is 20%, K is 10%. When R is greater than K, it's called a growth firm. For growth firm, the optimum payout ratio is 0%. So after completing this, you should write on one sentence. According to Walter, when R is greater than K, it is a growth firm. And for growth firm, the optimum DP ratio is 0%. And it is asking you what is the price per share at 0%. So here I am calculating D is equal to 0, P is equal to 0 plus 0.2 divided by 0.1 into 6 minus 0 divided by 0.10. P is equal to 6 into 0.2 divided by 0.1 plus 0 divided by 0.1. So it comes to 120 rupees. Therefore, market price per share at optimum DP ratio is rupees 120. That's all. Answer completed. Here at 25% DP ratio, the market price comes to 105. If optimum DP ratio of 0% is applied, then market price per share will become 120 rupees. This is the end of the problem number 6. Now we'll start problem number 7. You can make a copy of this 6th problem. Take a pause and then copy it down. Next, 7. The earnings per share of a company is 8 rupees. So EPS is 8 rupees. Here you can see. Here you can see the solution. EPS is rupees 8. And the rate of capitalization applicable is 10%. This is the cost of capital, KE, 10%. The company has before it an option of adopting 50%, 75% and 100% dividend payout ratio. So DP ratios are given 50%, 75 and 100%. And compute the market price of the company's quoted shares as per Walter's model if it can earn a return of 15%, 10%, 5% on retained earnings. This is the internal rate of return. So internal rate of returns are given 3, 15%, 10%, 5%. Now see carefully. 3 DP ratios are given 50%, 75, 100 and 3 internal rate of return are given 15%, 10% and 5%. So in this problem, we can individually calculate for each IRR where DP ratio is so and so how much. Or we can make the calculation in one table itself. So our time will be saved if we make the calculation in a tabular form. So first of all, according to Walter's formula, the market price per share is D plus R by K into E minus D by K. This formula we are going to apply to find out. Now calculation of market price per share, I have made one table. So easily in the tabular form we can calculate all the values. So in the columns I have taken internal rate of return IRR. So R is equal to 15%. Here 3 internal rates are given 15, 10, 5. So R is equal to 15%, 0.15, R 10%, 0.1, R 5%, 0.05. 3 columns, 3 internal rates. Now first row. In the first row I have taken case 1 when DP ratio is 50%. 3 DP ratios are given 50, 75, 100. So first case when DP ratio is 50%. So D is equal to 50% of EPS. EPS 8 rupees. So 8 rupees ka 50%, 4 rupees. So I am substituting D is equal to 4. So in this formula, P is equal to 4 plus 0.15 divided by 0.1 into 8 minus 4 by 0.1. If you solve this, you are getting 100 rupees. Now come to 10% IRR. P is equal to D plus R की जगह पर यहाँ पर 0.15 था, अब यहाँ 0.10. बाकी का सब वैल्यू सेम. 8 minus 4 divided by 0.1, 80 rupees. P is equal to R. R has changed to 0.05. 0.05 by 0.1 into 8 minus 4, 60. So 100, 80, 60. These are the market prices per share when the DP ratio is 50%. जब DP ratio 50% है तो ये market price. अब DP ratio को change कर देंगे 75%. When DP ratio is 75%, 75% of 8 rupees, 6 rupees. Now D की जगह पर 6 ले लेंगे. In place of D, I am writing now 6. 0.15 by 0.1 into 8 minus 6 by 0.1, 90. Then 6 plus 0.1 divided by 0.1 into 8 minus 6 by 0.1, 80. Then 6 plus 0.05 divided by 0.1. R का value अलग अलग हो जाएगा. The value of R will get changed in the columns. Then lastly, when DP ratio is 100%, 100% of EPS, EPS 8 rupees are there. So 100% of 8 rupees, 8. So D is equal to 8. D के place पर 8 ले लेंगे, तो we'll get the value 80, 80, 80. That's it. So we are required to calculate the Walters model market price per share under 3 DP ratios and 3 internal rate of return. 3 internal rate of return I have taken in columns and 3 DP ratios I have taken in rows. In the tabular form we can easily calculate the market price. Now, you can see the problem number 8. 8th problem. The following are the details regarding 3 companies, A Limited, B Limited and C Limited. A Limited, R is equal to 15% internal rate of return. B ka R 5%, C R 10%. KE cost of capital 10%, 10%, 10%. E earning per share 8 rupees. Calculate the value of an equity share each of these companies applying Walters formula when dividend payment ratio is 50%, 75%, 25%. What conclusions do you draw? Not only you have to calculate the market price, but also you have to give the conclusions, right? 3 companies are there. Same format I am going to apply. Same formula. See here, how much is the EPS earnings per share? 8 rupees. Same 8 rupees. Here 8th problem. EPS is 8 rupees for all the companies, A Limited, B Limited, C Limited. And cost of capital KE is 10% for all the companies. Then DP ratio. Here DP ratios are given 50, 75, 25. 50, 75 and 25. And internal rate of returns. Internal rate of returns are given 15%, 5%. And 10%. It is given 15%, 5% and 10%. So according to Walters formula, the market price per share is so and so. Calculation of market price. Here I am not going to write internal rate of return. I will write companies. 3 companies are there. First A Limited. R is equal to 15%. 0.15. This is B Limited. R is equal to 5%. 0.05. This is C Limited. R is equal to 10%. 0.10. So in the columns I have taken the companies A Limited, B Limited, C Limited. For each of these companies, the value of R is different. Same table, same method. Now, see here, when DP ratio, the first DP ratio is given as 50%. So 50% of 8 rupees is 4 rupees. Second is 75%, 75% of 8. Last one 25%. 25% of 8 rupees is 2 rupees. That's it. Now we are substituting the values in the formula. P is equal to D. How much is the D here? 4. Plus R by K. R, internal rate of return is 15%. K 10%. 8 minus 4. That's it. Similarly, P is equal to 4 plus 0.05 divided by 0.10. 8 minus 4. P is equal to 4 plus 0.10 divided by 0.10, 8 minus 4. Or first row completed, second row. P is equal to 6. Last two. P is equal to 2. That's it. Exactly similar to the previous problem. So it comes to 160/80. Make your own calculations and check. 90, 70, 80. Last one is 110, 50, 80. So now we have to give the conclusion regarding these three companies. So listen carefully how to give the conclusion. A Limited. A Limited is a growth firm. So after completing all these calculations, you have to write the conclusion. Under conclusion, first point. A Limited is a growth firm because R is greater than K. R is 15% whereas KE is 10%. So when R is greater than KE, it is a growth firm. So A Limited is a growth firm. Its optimum DP ratio is 0%. You should write in the conclusion. Optimum DP ratio is 0%. The optimum DP ratio 0%. As it increases the DP ratio, the market price per share comes down. As it increases the DP ratio, the market prices comes down. This we can prove it here. When 25% is the DP ratio, the market price is 110. अब 25% से बढ़ा के 50% कर देंगे तो मार्केट प्राइस has come down to 100 rupees. पहले 110 rupees था. कब था 110 rupees? जब 25% DP रेशो. अगर DP रेशो को बढ़ाकर 50% अगर कर देंगे तो मार्केट प्राइस has come down to 100 rupees. और अगर बढ़ाकर 75% DP रेशो कर देंगे तो मार्केट प्राइस और कम होकर 90 rupees. तो as we increase the DP ratio, the market price per share will come down. जितना ज्यादा डिविडेंड पे करते रहेंगे उतना मार्केट प्राइस कम रहेगा, जितना डिविडेंड नहीं देंगे उतना मार्केट प्राइस बढ़ेगा. दिस इज रिगार्डिंग ए फर्म. नाउ बी फर्म. B firm is a declining firm. Second point you should write. B firm is a declining firm because R is less than K. R is 5%. K is 10%. So R is less than K, so it's a declining firm. The optimum DP ratio is 100%. Optimum DP ratio 100%. जितना ज्यादा डिविडेंड देते रहेंगे उतना मार्केट प्राइस बढ़ते रहेगा. तो this we can prove it. When 25% DP ratio, the market price is 50. 50 रुपये मार्केट प्राइस होगा जब 25%. अगर बढ़ा के 50% DP रेशो कर देंगे तो 60 रुपीस और इंक्रीज होगा, और DP रेशो 75% कर देंगे तो 70 रुपीस. तो जितना ज्यादा DP रेशो करते जाएंगे उतना मार्केट प्राइस और इंक्रीज होते जाएंगे, क्योंकि ऑप्टिमम DP रेशो 100% है. कौन से फर्म के लिए? डी लिमिटेड. सी लिमिटेड इज अ नॉर्मल फर्म. नॉर्मल फर्म का मतलब वेयर आर एंड के बोथ आर इक्वल. अगर इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न और कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल दोनों अगर इक्वल है तो इट्स अ नॉर्मल फर्म. और नॉर्मल फर्म के लिए देयर इज नो ऑप्टिमम डीपी रेशो. वॉट एवर डीपी रेशो यू मेक, द मार्केट प्राइस पर शेयर रिमेन्स सेम. तो इट इज एविडेंट फॉर यू. अगर 25% डीपी रेशो है तो 80 रुपीज. When 50 rupees, when 50% DP ratio है तो 80 rupees. When 75% DP ratio है तो 80 rupees. In all cases, it is 80 rupees only. कुछ भी DP ratio रखो 80 rupees ही रह रहा है. तो DP ratio is not changing. Sorry, market price per share is not changing. Whatever with the DP ratio. This is the conclusion for this thing. Now, see the problem number 9. Problem number 9. Following are the details regarding three companies: A Limited, B Limited, C Limited. A Limited, R is equal to 15%. B is equal to B, R is equal to 10%. C, R is equal to 8%. Cost of capital KE 10%, 10%, 10%. EPS, E stands for EPS. Earnings per share 10, 10, 10. Same. You are required to calculate the effect of dividend payment on the value of the share of each of the above companies under the following different situations. First situation, no dividend is paid. No dividend paid का मतलब D is equal to 0. See here, exactly same. You have to do this problem for as your practice problem. I'm not going to do it on the board. I'm explaining here. This 9th problem is exactly same as 8th problem. Exactly same. 3 columns you have to make: A Limited, B Limited, C Limited, just like the previous one. Now cases are: first case, case number 1, no dividend is paid. What you are going to write? No dividend is paid, because it is given here. When no dividend is paid, D is equal to 0. D is equal to 0. अब ये फॉर्मूले में D के प्लेस पर 0 ले लेंगे. In place of D you are going to take 0, right? Then case 2, when dividend is paid 4 rupees per share. So directly it is given when D is equal to 4. So take D is equal to 4. Third case when D is equal to 8. Fourth case when D is equal to 10. So instead of 3 cases, you have 4 cases. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. D1 में case 1 में D is equal to 0. Case 2 में D is equal to 4. Case 3 D is equal to 8. And case 4 D is equal to 10. Or EPS है ही 10 rupees. So you can do this 9th problem as your practice problem. Now see the 10th problem. Problem number 10. The market capitalization rate of a firm's capital is 10%. Market capitalization means K. This is the 10th problem. KE is equal to 10%, 0.10, and EPS is 10 rupees. EPS is rupees 10. Then assume that IRR R is equal to 15%, 10% and 8%. And the retention ratios B is equal to 60%, 40% and 10%. Determine the market value of share in each case based on Gordon's model. This is the first problem in which we are going to apply Gordon's model. See here, different models are there for calculating the market value of share. Previous problems we have applied Walter's model. The formula Walter ka P is equal to D plus R by K into E minus D by K. Previous problem we have applied. First time it is asking you to apply Gordon's model. So I am writing down the formula here. According to Gordon's model, market price per share is P is equal to E into 1 minus B divided by KE minus BR. This is the formula given by Gordon. P is equal to E minus, where P is equal to market price. This we have to calculate. P market price we have to calculate. E is equal to earnings per share. In the present problem it is given earnings per share 10 rupees. B is equal to retention ratio. This is the new point. Okay, what do you mean by retention ratio? The percentage of the profit which is retained. The percentage of profit which is retained is called retention ratio. It is opposite to DP ratio. Opposite to dividend payment ratio. तो अर्निंग्स जो हो रहा है वो अर्निंग्स का कुछ पार्ट डिविडेंड पे कर रहे हैं, कुछ पार्ट रिटेन कर रहे हैं. अगर फॉर एग्जांपल 40% पे कर रहे हैं तो डीपी रेशियो 40%. When we are paying 40% dividend, तो how much percentage we are retaining? 60%. When we are paying 40%, that means we are retaining 60%. So in other words, we can say DP ratio 40%, retention ratio 60%. So retention ratio is abbreviated as B. The symbol used for retention ratio is B, small b. Retention ratio. Then KE is equal to cost of capital. And R is equal to internal rate of return. That's it. First time we are applying the formula for Gordon. So Gordon's model, market price per share is equal to E into 1 minus B divided by KE minus BR. So I have written the complete thing. Now we are required to calculate the market price per share when the internal rate of returns are 15%, 10%, 8%. And the retention ratios are 60, 40 and 10. Again, individually, separately we can calculate, or we can calculate in a tabular form. So the easiest method is, time saving method is tabular form. Calculation of market price per share as per Gordon's model. As per the Gordon's model. Internal rate of return 15%, 0.15. Then 10%, 0.10. 8%, 0.08. Now, case 1. when retention ratio is 60%. B is equal to 0.6. Case 2. When retention ratio is 40%, B is equal to 0.4. When retention ratio is 10%, B is equal to 0.1. That's all. In this table, we are going to calculate the market price per share according to Gordon's model. Simply we have to substitute in the formula. All the values we have. P is equal to E. E stands for earnings. How much is the earnings per share? 10 rupees. Into 1 minus B. B stands for retention ratio. How much is B? 0.6. Divided by KE minus BR. KE. How much is the KE value first? 0.1. Minus B into R. BR. B into R. B is 0.6. Into R is 0.15. Now if you solve this, you will get the market value. P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.6 divided by KE 0.10 minus BR 0.6 into 0.1. Similarly, P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.6 divided by 0.10 minus 0.6 into 0.08. That's it. Here, P is equal to 10 into 1 minus B. What is the B value here? 0.4. KE minus B into R. Similarly, here B is 0.1.